Welcome to Amazing Fun Facts, the channel where your brain gets a daily dose of wow. Today's Amazing Fun Facts video is on dinosaurs. How much do you know? Dinosaurs. Just the word itself brings to mind these gigantic monsters roaming all over the earth millions of years ago. You probably know quite a bit about them. But how much do you really know? Get ready to learn some crazy dino facts that will blow your mind. Dinosaurs lived for over 160 million years. They first appeared around 230 million years ago when life was beginning to recover from a mass extinction. They dominated the Earth until their own mass extinction about 66 million years ago. This means they lived during the time of the Jurassic and Cretaceous periods, which is a really long time. During this period, they took over almost every habitat across the globe. Some dinosaurs had feathers. Not all dinosaurs were like the ones portrayed in old-school movies, scaly, huge and lizard-like. Many dinosaurs, especially those like Velociraptor, which were more bird-like or theropods, had feathers. Some may have even looked like fancy birds, or maybe big, fluffy chickens. The biggest dinosaur ever discovered was over 100 feet long. The largest dinosaur, the Argentinosaurus, could stretch as long as a blue whale and weigh up to 100 tons. That's heavier than 15 African elephants. It was so massive that it was likely very slow, lumbering around like a gigantic tank. T-Rex had the strongest bite of any land animal. T-Rex was one of the most fearsome predators that ever lived. It had gigantic jaws and sharp teeth. With a bite force of over 12,000 pounds, it could easily bite down on a car and crush it like a soda can. Dinosaurs are still around today. Sort of dinosaurs ruled the Earth for a very long time, but eventually went extinct. However, birds evolved from small theropod dinosaurs. So in a way, dinosaurs are not completely extinct. In fact, you can see them everywhere, although you might have to look a little closer. Maybe that cute little bird that just landed on your windowsill is actually a descendant of a dinosaur. Some dinosaurs could run up to 40 miles per hour. Most people imagine dinosaurs as slow-moving beasts, and some of them were, but not all. One of the fastest was the ornitharmis, an ostrich-like dino that could easily run at highway speeds. If you saw one racing toward you, you wouldn't have much time to get out of its way. Stegosaurus had a brain the size of a lime. One of the most famous dinosaurs is the heavily armored Stegosaurus. It had plates along its back and a huge spiked tail. Despite this, its brain was shockingly small, about the size of a dog's. It's amazing it was able to survive with such a tiny brain. It must have been less intelligent than your pet pooch. Triceratops had over 800 teeth. Triceratops was a herbivore with 3 horns on its head. Its most distinctive feature was its frill, a bony, flat structure that extended from the back of its skull. It had so many teeth, but they weren't for biting meat. Instead, they were used for grinding up tough, fibrous plants. Imagine trying to chew with 800 teeth. It must have been quite the mouthful. Dino fossils have been found on every continent. Fossils are the preserved remains of ancient organisms. They've been found on every continent, including Antarctica. The discovery of fossils in Antarctica is especially interesting because it shows that the continent was once much warmer than it is now. Dinosaurs lived there when the climate was milder, but as the climate changed, they were forced to move or become extinct. Some dinosaurs swallowed rocks to help them digest food. Certain dinosaurs, like the sauropods, ate mostly plants. However, their stomachs weren't very good at digesting tough plant material. To help them break down their food, they swallowed small stones called gastroliths. These rocks would help grind up the plant material in their stomachs, kind of like a natural blender. Pretty smart, huh? Now you know that dinosaurs were much more complex than those giant monsters portrayed in old-school movies. They were scaly reptiles that ruled the earth. They came in all shapes and sizes, from tiny bird-like dinos to gigantic monsters with powerful jaws. So next time someone mentions dinosaurs, wow them with your newfound knowledge, and who knows, maybe one day you'll even discover a new dino fossil. What's your favorite dinosaur fact? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more awesome videos.